Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Fine.
What are you guys doing here?
Waiting to go to Starbucks in a second. Why? Is there a problem? I
Well,
can't sit here?
Well, actually, let me tell you why I'm here. Okay? I've been having auto break-ins in this parking lot every morning around this time.
Thank you very much.
So I've been driving around here, okay? And I noticed that you guys aren't doing nothing but hanging out.
Yeah, I just got in from Vegas.
Okay. Well,
this morning. I've been driving all night.
Okay.
It takes 8 hours to get here.
Well, relax. That's my reason why I'm talking to you.
I'm from here, so I'm not. Okay. We're in a car from the Bay Area, from Oakland.
Okay.
Just because it's got Nevada plates. It's not a
Nevada car.
No, I'm not Nevada. I'm
you have your ID on you?
Yeah.
They were not running late. They were not hiding anything. And they were not suspected of a specific crime. On a clear afternoon in a quiet California suburb, a family stopped briefly at a familiar location, one designed for coffee, rest, and routine. Within minutes, that ordinary pause became the beginning of a documented encounter that would later be examined frame by frame in a federal courtroom. No alarms were triggered. No witnesses reported misconduct. Yet authority arrived, questions were asked, and decisions were made that could not be undone. What followed unfolded slowly, methodically, and in public view, recorded by cameras and remembered differently by everyone involved. The official explanation would come.
Okay, so wait a minute. Now, why are you asking for my ID? You just explained to me about the break-in.
Right.
But why did you explain to me about my ID? What's that about? What did I do? What kind of crime did I commit?
What kind of crime did you commit?
Yeah, I'm asking you. You asked me for my ID.
Yeah, you have to give me your ID.
Why do I have to give you my ID?
Why?
I don't have to give you my ID because I haven't did anything. You started talking about a break-in.
Okay.
I thanked you for informing me that.
Right.
I informed you that I'm resting because I'm about to go into Starbucks, right? I informed you I've been driving all night, right?
Well, Starbucks has been open for about 2 hours.
It's actually been open since 5. I checked my GPS. Okay.
Are you doing anything wrong?
No, I'm not.
So then what's the big deal?
I don't have to give you my ID. I'm not doing anything wrong.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Come later. So would the justifications, the legal language, and the verdict. But in that moment, standing beside a parked car, none of those outcomes were visible. Only the stop was. Before we dive in, drop a comment and let us know where you're watching from. We'd love to hear from you. If you enjoy Black Rise true crime stories like this, be sure to like the video, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and share it with someone who'd love it too. The day began without any notable deviation from routine. It was a planned road trip, organized in advance, with a clear destination and a fixed purpose. Azilii Lagervale was traveling with her 2 daughters, moving across state lines from Nevada into California. The schedule was deliberate, accounting for rest stops, travel time, and a specific deadline later that day. The trip was not recreational. It was logistical. One of the daughters was scheduled to take a college entrance examination, an appointment that required timely arrival and preparation. There were no reported delays, vehicle issues, or unexpected detours during the drive. As part of the journey, the family made a brief stop in Castro Valley, a suburban community characterized by commercial plazas, residential neighborhoods, and steady daytime traffic. The location chosen for the stop was a Starbucks situated within a typical shopping area, surrounded by parking spaces and neighboring businesses. At the time of arrival, there was no indication that the family's presence drew attention. No criminal alerts were triggered, no store employees reported concerns, and no members of the public contacted law enforcement regarding the vehicle or its occupants. The environment reflected normal weekday activity. This moment, defined by routine travel and an unremarkable stop, formed the baseline against which subsequent events would later be evaluated. Azilii Lagervale was the parent responsible for coordinating the trip.
I know the law. I don't have to give my ID. I'm not doing anything wrong. I have not did anything wrong. I've not did anything wrong.
So what you're doing now is leading me to believe that you might be doing something wrong.
No, I'm not doing that. So don't try to trump up no charges. I saw like get your phone out, start recording. Start recording right now, honey. Get on it on the phone. Get on it on the phone.
Why are you getting so worked up?
Because I gotta have protection. Because I don't know where this is about to go. I gotta have protection.
Well, it's not gonna go anywhere if you cooperate. So you see this thing right here?
We're not doing anything.
So this is my camera. Everything's being recorded.
Exactly, and I'm not doing anything. That's what did you hear me tell my daughters? Start recording as well.
Yeah, that's fine. They can record all day.
Yeah.
So why are you making this a big deal?
Because I haven't done anything.
You said you're a local resident, or you're from here.
I said I'm originally from here.
Okay.
That's what I just told you.
Well, this could be a completely positive encounter.
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm not going to give you my ID because I haven't done anything.
Okay.
Call Annika right now.
Do you have a valid driver's license?
Yes, I do. Yes,
Okay.
I do. I wouldn't be in this car if I didn't. I can't rent a car without a valid driver's license. Yes, I do.
Okay. Well, I don't know that if you rented this car, right?
Well, what does that have to do? Did we commit a crime?
No, we didn't.
Right.
Okay.
So what do we use an ID for?
No.
So are you going to refuse to give me your ID?
I am because I haven't done anything. Call your superior. Call your supervisor.
I don't have to do that.
Yes, you do have to do that. Make sure you record that because I'm going. As soon as I leave here, I'm going to 150th and I'm going to the sheriff's department.
That's
And what
fine.
is your name? Give me your information.
I'll give you a card when we're done.
Yeah, give me.
Her role involved logistical planning, time management, and ensuring her daughters met academic requirements tied to future educational goals. Her focus during the trip was on arrival timing and compliance with testing protocols. Her daughters, Ayati Lagervale and Azilii Harj Lagervale, were young adults at the time. Both were students, with one actively pursuing college admission. The exam scheduled for that day carried standardized procedures and fixed start times, making punctuality a critical factor. The family's travel was planned to accommodate rest and preparation. Their route and stops were not spontaneous but part of a calculated schedule designed to reduce fatigue before the examination. There was no documented history of criminal activity associated with any family member. Available records and testimony later presented in court did not indicate prior arrests, outstanding warrants, or active investigations involving them. Their interactions with law enforcement prior to this incident were either non-existent or limited to routine encounters, such as traffic stops, without escalation. Importantly, the family demonstrated an awareness of legal rights. This awareness would later become relevant during interactions with law enforcement, particularly regarding identification requests and detention standards under California law. The Starbucks location was situated within a commercial strip typical of suburban California. The parking lot was open, visible from surrounding streets, and shared with other businesses. The time of day was mid-afternoon, a period associated with moderate customer flow. The family parked their vehicle and remained in or near it for part of the stop. The purpose was to rest briefly, organize materials related to the upcoming exam, and allow time before continuing the drive. Inside the Starbucks, customers moved in and out at a normal pace. Employees continued routine operations. There were no reports of disturbances, confrontations, or complaints involving the Lagervales. Surveillance footage and witness accounts later confirmed the absence of disruptive behavior. Outside, the vehicle remained stationary in a marked parking space. The family did not attempt to conceal their presence or actions. No property was handled in a manner consistent with theft, and no interaction occurred with other vehicles. At no point prior to law enforcement involvement was the family informed that their behavior had drawn concern. Deputies from the Alameda County Sheriff's Office were patrolling the area at the time. Their presence was linked to recent reports of car burglaries in the vicinity. These incidents had prompted increased patrol activity but had not resulted in a specific suspect description tied to the Lagervales' vehicle. The basis for suspicion was later described as generalized. Deputies cited the presence of individuals sitting in a parked car in a commercial lot. No license plate alerts were triggered, and no witness had identified the family as suspects in any reported crime. The deputies approached the vehicle without presenting evidence of a specific offense. The initial interaction involved verbal engagement, positioning near the vehicle, and visual assessment of the occupants. Commands were issued shortly after contact began. The tone was directive, and the posture of the deputies signaled authority rather than inquiry. The deputies requested identification from all occupants of the vehicle. Under California law, individuals are generally required to provide identification only if lawfully detained based on reasonable suspicion of a crime. The family questioned the request and declined to provide identification, citing the absence of a stated legal basis for detention. Their refusal was verbal and did not involve physical resistance or flight. Following the refusal, the deputies' approach changed. The interaction shifted from questioning to enforcement. Commands became more forceful, and the deputies asserted control over the situation.
Yes, it is. I have have not did anything.
Okay, hold on, because you explained us the situation about the break-ins. We told you we just got in town, and you're still trying to tell us about an ID for what?
Right.
We
still,
haven't
right.
done anything.
Okay.
Did we break-ins or something?
No.
Okay.
No. Someone
Therefore,
called and
we
say
don't have
that
to
this
show
car
ID.
broke into that something. No, they didn't.
If someone tell you this is a car you need to look out for.
Okay.
Exactly. No one did.
Well, guess what?
No.
I'm not in any rush. I can hang out here till you want to give me your ID.
I'm not. I want you to call your sheriff. I want you to call me or call your superior, your supervisor. I'm asking for a supervisor right now.
So use the restroom because you got
I sell it.
Well, hold on.
Call 911.
Hold on.
Call 911.
What is going on here?
I'm gonna call the police. I'm gonna call
Okay.
the police.
Okay, then walk back.
I'm gonna call the police.
You're blocking my way right by our car. Please lock the truck.
No, we're not doing that. Okay, everyone in this car is detained. You can go back in the car and wait, or you can go in handcuffs and go in my car.
She's not gonna go. I tell her just get in the car. We're not detained.
Yeah.
I'm calling the police right now on
Okay.
you. I'm calling the police on you
What kind of
because you
police?
came up here and harassed me.
This is why the police.
Exactly.
Yeah, everyone
no,
in this-
we haven't did anything. Sit down. and
Just
tell her.
sit in the car.
Can you tell me
Hi, I
Just
need
sit
to
in
get
the car.
a police officer immediately to the Starbucks in Castro Valley. I'm being
31
harassed
Well,
by
you may be
an
getting a car
individual
from
that's
an
saying that they're a
unhappy
sheriff
contact.
for
Just
no
FYI.
apparent reason. For no apparent reason.
You can't even detain.
I don't even know if they are or not. I was sitting in my vehicle. I had dozed off for a second. Was going to go into Starbucks, and
Negative,
all of a sudden I
they're
get a
just
knock
the
on
cell
my
phone
window,
filming type, and
the
they're on the phone
individual
with
starts
911.
talking about break-ins, and I'm like, what? And then I was like, okay. I saw it.
Okay, sit in the car or you're going in handcuffs. I'm not dealing with this.
I'm going to handcuffs and I have to use the restroom.
You can sit-
I'm
you can
buy
sit-
coffee from Starbucks
You
and you're
you can
telling
sit
me-
in the car. You can sit in the car.
What am I detained?
Last option, last chance. Sit in the car. You're going in handcuffs.
Handcuffs for what?
Handcuffs for what? Yeah,
31
handcuffs
Adam.
for
Let's
what?
start us up there.
That was one of the things. You're being really too excessive right about now. You're being real excessive right now. That's
Okay.
one of the reasons why we
Okay.
stopped here too. For me to get coffee, and I was telling her to get up so she could go to the restroom. Oh no, you're not going to do that. You're not going to violate and victimize us.
31 Adam. Well, we just occupy times 3.
What if she
We got 2 of them out of the car,
Do you
just
hear
running
yourself
all
right
around,
now?
filming us.
This is why the
impeding
law
the
is
investigation.
I have
Do you
an
hear
individual
yourself
here.
right now?
Hello?
What you saying? Do you have an
I
answer?
am in Castro
Do you have
Valley
an answer for
Starbucks.
that?
I just spoke with somebody and I got hung up on.
Do you have an answer for my question? You do not. Thank you very much.
Okay, here comes another car.
You don't have an answer. Sir, do you have an answer?
This moment marked the transition from voluntary contact to involuntary detention. The timeline escalated rapidly. Azilii Lagervale was handcuffed first, followed by her daughters. The handcuffing occurred despite the absence of reported threats, weapons, or attempts to flee. Family members were separated and positioned apart from one another. The duration of the detention extended beyond a brief stop, lasting long enough to include searches and repeated questioning. Deputies were armed, as is standard, and their presence included visible weapons. The vehicle was searched, along with personal belongings. No stolen property was found. No tools associated with car burglary were recovered. At no point did deputies articulate specific probable cause findings connecting the family to criminal activity. Customers and passers-by could observe the scene. The authority imbalance was evident, with multiple armed deputies controlling the movements of unarmed civilians. Questioning continued while the family remained restrained. Explanations for the detention were vague and inconsistent. Requests for clarification were not met with detailed responses. Despite compliance with commands, the situation continued without de-escalation. Eventually, the deputies disengaged. Handcuffs were removed. The family was released at the scene. No arrests were made. No citations were issued. No charges were filed. The searches yielded no evidence of criminal conduct. The deputies did not provide an apology or a formal explanation before leaving. The family was left to continue their trip, now
Occupy times 3.
What if she
We got 2 of them out of the car,
Do you
just
hear
running
yourself
all
right
around,
now?
filming us,
This is why the
impeding
law
the
is
investigation.
I have
Do you hear
individual
yourself
here.
right now?
Hello?
What you saying? Do you have an
I
answer?
am in Castro
Do you have
Valley
an answer for
Starbucks.
that?
I just spoke with somebody and I got hung up on.
Do you have an answer for my question? You do not. Thank you very much.
Okay, here comes another car.
You don't have an answer. Sir, do you have an answer to why she's been detained? How we committed
Castro
any
Valley
crime?
Boulevard.
We're just nothing. We're doing nothing.
Okay, they don't want to listen to us, so let's go ahead and
Okay.
detain these 2.
No, you're not going to detain them. No, you're not going to detain them. We haven't did anything. We haven't did anything. We have not did anything.
You're gonna start the car. Get out of the car.
No, no,
Get out of the car.
Roll the window down.
Get out of the car.
No, I'm rolling the window down.
Get out of the car.
No, I'm not. I'm rolling the window down.
Get out of the car.
I'm rolling the window down.
Get out of the car.
I see it's rolled down.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
No, I'm not.
Get out of the car.
I haven't did anything. I'll get out. Just don't pull on me. I'll get out.
All right, get out of the car.
Call the police.
Get out of the car.
Get somebody here.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car. This is your last chance to get out of the car, or I'm placing you.
No, you're not placing me under arrest.
Or I'm placing you under arrest.
I'm calling someone.
Get out of the car.
I am. You don't have to pull me. I'm getting out now.
Then get out.
Stop it.
Then get out.
Stop it. You're gonna go. You're gonna get in a lot of trouble. So I hope
That's
everything
fine.
is
Stand right here. Stand right here. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. You're being detained.
No, I'm not being detained. For what?
You're being detained.
For what?
Put your hand behind your back, or you're gonna go to jail.
No, I'm not going to jail. And you're not. No, we're getting the attorney. We're getting an attorney right now. Record everything.
Now delayed and disrupted. This marked the end of the encounter but not the conclusion of its consequences. After being released at the scene, the Lagervale family resumed their trip under altered circumstances. The detention had caused a significant delay. As a result, the scheduled college entrance exam could not be taken as planned. The missed examination disrupted timelines that had been coordinated weeks in advance and required rescheduling under different conditions. Beyond scheduling consequences, the family faced logistical complications. Travel plans were affected, accommodations required adjustment, and documentation related to the incident had to be preserved. The family began collecting information, including timestamps, names of deputies when available, and recollections of the sequence of events. Following the incident, the family sought legal consultation. They contacted civil rights attorneys with experience in Fourth Amendment litigation and police misconduct cases. During these consultations, attorneys reviewed the circumstances of the stop, the detention, the use of handcuffs, and the absence of criminal charges. After reviewing available evidence and applicable law, counsel advised that the incident potentially involved constitutional violations. Based on this assessment, Izilii Lagervale and her daughters decided to pursue civil litigation. The decision was grounded in legal strategy rather than in formal resolution, as no corrective action or explanation had been provided by the sheriff's office. The lawsuit was filed in federal court. The defendants included Alameda County and individual deputies from the Alameda County Sheriff's Office who were directly involved in the detention. The complaint alleged multiple violations of federal civil rights statutes and constitutional protections. Key legal claims included unlawful detention, asserting that the family was held without reasonable suspicion or probable cause. False arrest claims were based on the use of handcuffs and physical restraint without subsequent charges. Excessive force was cited due to the decision to restrain all three individuals despite the absence of threats or resistance. The complaint also alleged racial profiling, arguing that the initial suspicion was not supported by objective evidence and was influenced by race. During discovery, both sides exchanged evidence. Body camera footage from deputies was introduced, providing a recorded account of commands issued, tone of interaction, and the timeline of restraint.
Get out!
You're gonna get in a lot of trouble. So
That's fine. Stand right here. Stand right here. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. You're being detained.
No, I'm not being detained. For what?
You're being detained.
For what?
Put your hand behind your back, or you're gonna go to jail.
No, I'm not going to jail. And you're not. No, we're getting the attorney. We're getting an attorney right now. Record everything. We're getting an attorney. We're getting an attorney. No, we're getting an attorney. We're getting an attorney. We're getting an attorney. The minute. We haven't done anything.
I haven't even committed a crime.
Exactly.
Put your hands behind your back.
Don't worry. Don't worry. We're going to the sheriff's department right now.
We have two detained, working on the third.
We're getting an attorney. We
Walk
haven't done anything.
Walk over here.
I haven't done anything. I'm getting
Walk over here.
I haven't done anything.
Face this car.
I have not done anything. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. I don't have no weapons on me. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry.
You can't even answer me.
Hey, don't worry. We're going to go to the sheriff's department. Don't worry. Don't worry. I said
Put your hands behind your back, or you're going to jail. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back,
You're going to get fired.
or you're going to jail.
You're going to get fired.
That's fine.
You're going to get fired. You watch. Don't worry,
That's fine.
Asala. We got a lawsuit. Don't worry, because we haven't done nothing. We got a lawsuit.
No, I haven't.
We have a lawsuit.
Wait,
Don't worry, we have a lawsuit.
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands
We have
behind
a
your
lawsuit.
back.
Don't worry.
That's fine.
We have a lawsuit. Excuse me, officer. Can you make some sense out of this? We haven't done anything.
All right, walk with me over here.
We haven't done anything.
We're detaining a third.
We haven't done anything. We haven't done
We're
anything.
code 4.
And all of a sudden we're getting arrested. Wait a minute.
Is this car open?
We did.
Is this car open?
We haven't. Excuse me. We haven't done anything. So can you get your? I asked for. I don't have a weapon.
Stop.
Witness testimony included statements from the family, law enforcement personnel, and individuals present at the Starbucks location. Expert witnesses were called to analyze policing standards, detention protocols, and constitutional thresholds for stop and identify encounters. These experts compared the deputies' actions to established law enforcement training and legal requirements. The case proceeded to trial after pre-trial motions were resolved. Jury selection focused on identifying individuals capable of evaluating law enforcement conduct without presumption in favor of either party. The trial atmosphere was structured and procedural, with strict adherence to evidentiary rules. The deputies' defense centered on officer safety and crime prevention. They argued that recent burglaries justified heightened vigilance and that the refusal to provide identification contributed to their decision-making. Defense counsel maintained that handcuffing was a temporary safety measure rather than an arrest. However, contradictions emerged during testimony. Statements made by deputies were compared against body camera footage and prior reports. Discrepancies regarding the perceived threat level, duration of detention, and reasons for escalation were highlighted. Plaintiffs' attorneys structured their strategy around timeline reconstruction. They emphasized the lack of specific suspect descriptions, absence of criminal findings, and the escalation following the refusal to provide identification. The prosecution argued that constitutional standards were not met at multiple points during the encounter. The judge ruled on admissibility of evidence throughout the trial. Certain character evidence was excluded, while video footage and expert testimony were permitted. Jury instructions focused on constitutional definitions of detention, arrest, and reasonable suspicion. After deliberation, the jury returned a verdict in favor of the Lagervale family. Jurors found that the detention violated constitutional protections and that the use of force and restraint was not justified under the circumstances. The jury awarded a multi-million-dollar verdict. Damages were divided into compensatory and punitive categories. Compensatory damages addressed measurable losses, including disruption of educational opportunities and unlawful deprivation of liberty. Punitive damages were assessed to address conduct deemed sufficiently serious to warrant deterrence. The total award exceeded $8 million, placing the case among the more significant civil rights verdicts involving unlawful detention in recent years. Public reaction followed the verdict, with coverage by national and regional media outlets.
Excuse me. We haven't done anything. So can you get your? I asked for. I don't have a weapon on me.
I'm just
I asked
checking.
for his superior, his supervisor. I asked for a supervisor.
Grab a seat.
This is not how things work, ma'am.
No, what are you talking about? This out. We haven't done anything.
Take your feet
You
up.
don't, you don't demand what we do.
No, I'm not demanding anything.
We do with the car, 28 and everything, and last 6 and all that.
Not yet. 31 animal. Can I get the last 6? Copy and matches.
Right now, you're not putting your foot in the car.
I'm asking you.
You're not following our instructions.
Resisting. I'm asking you a question. Why am I being arrested?
Right now, you're being arrested because you're
So
not
what did I
listening
do
to
to
us.
be arrested? What led up to this? Can you answer that honestly? You cannot.
You won't let me. You won't shut up.
I'm listening.
No.
Like, really? You really?
No. Yeah.
So, you are detained. You are not free to leave. I need to identify who you are and your relationship to this car and to the people. So,
where's your driver's license at?
It's in my wallet.
Okay, which one's that?
It's my black wallet.
The black wallet? Is that in the purse that was right by your feet?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Well, I'm going admin while I talk to my partners.
Figure out what is going on.
Legal analysts discussed the implications for policing practices and municipal liability. Following the verdict, Alameda County filed appeals challenging aspects of the jury's findings and the damages awarded. The county argued that deputies acted within the scope of their authority and that qualified immunity should apply. The case advanced to the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit. Appellate review focused on legal standards rather than factual determinations. Some elements of the verdict were upheld, while others were examined for procedural or instructional errors. Partial rulings resulted in remands on specific issues, requiring further proceedings at the district court level. These developments extended the legal timeline and delayed final resolution. As of the latest filings, portions of the verdict remained in effect, while appellate review continued on narrower legal questions. The case contributed to ongoing legal discussions regarding stop and identify practices. Courts and commentators referenced the decision when examining when officers may demand identification absent a specific crime. Racial profiling debates were also influenced by the case, particularly regarding how generalized suspicion is formed and applied. Law enforcement accountability became a focal point, with attention on training, supervision, and internal review processes. Some agencies cited the case during policy evaluations. Others maintained existing procedures, indicating limited institutional change despite the verdict. The case revealed how discretionary decisions can escalate without clear legal thresholds. It demonstrated the consequences of authority exercised without articulated justification and how ordinary situations can become constitutional disputes. Several questions remained unresolved, including how often similar encounters occur without litigation and how departments measure compliance with legal standards in the field. For the Lagervale family, the case marked a defined legal conclusion to a brief but consequential encounter. Beyond one parking lot, the outcome added to the body of case law shaping how civil rights claims are evaluated in federal courts.